Monday, May 6, 2019. My obsession with photography. Have you ever had your photo taken only to check the screen after and mouth the words, "I look fat"? My smile looks weird. I'm not looking at the camera. What a time to be alive. It's so beautifully spellbinding to live in a world where we are literally surrounded by artistic expression. But scrolling and tapping through hundreds and thousands of photos a day can leave you wondering, what's a photo worth? At some point within the last decade, a picture is worth 1,000 words was replaced with a picture is worth as many likes as it receives on Instagram. Most people trying to get the perfect selfie for their next post aren't aware that a photograph is a painting made with light. It's the practice of melting together science and art to create what we call the photograph. Each time a photo is taken, a tiny historical record is made of the exact circumstances in which that photo came to be. Our modern world wouldn't exist without influence from our ancestors, and perhaps the single most important tradition that we as a human race possess is storytelling. Passing information from one generation to the next, storytelling allows us to learn from our mistakes, to strive for more tomorrow than what we had today, for light over darkness, a lesson about true love, tradition, or family. Since the caveman era, humans have had the urge to carve into the bark of a tree. We all share in that same instinct to turn around and marvel at the design of our own footprints, to stand tall in this wonderful universe and shout the words, "I was here! I did things and I felt things. I traveled places and I made friends. I fell in love. I made a family. I worked hard and I laughed even harder." We all yearn to tell our story and in some way leave a mark in the world to tell future generations about. This is why Cody and I are both so impassioned about photography, because to take a photo is to tell your story. At some point, photography for us became less about capturing moments and more about freeing them. The next time you hear the shutter close and say the words, "I look fat," ask yourself, do you know that the dress you're wearing may never fold on your body the same way as it does in this exact minute? That the reason you're looking away from the lens is because for a fleeting moment, your attention was caught by the beautiful sound of a loved one saying your name. Your smile only looks weird because it's so effortlessly and fearlessly and unmistakably you, and there's absolutely nobody else in the world that can make the corners of your lips curl the way that you do. If you catch yourself on the other side of the photograph feeling insecure or ashamed or the need to look or act different than you are, remember, there isn't a grain of dust in the whole universe that's in the wrong place. The challenge owning a photography business in 2019 is that the market is heavily saturated. And by that, I mean everyone is a photographer. The entire population at large has access to a photo capturing device at all times. So maybe you're wondering, why invest money in someone else's photographs when I can just take my own? The answer is because you have a story to tell. My question to you is, when are you going to finally tell it? If you take nothing else away from my entire blog, understand this. Life is short, and our time spent on Earth is valuable and brief and intangible. We can't hang on to memories the same way we hang a photo on the wall. Maybe a Kodak moment isn't something to be captured, but a story begging to be told, and a moment yearning to be free.